of our webinar topics is the GTA, which is related to the GBP. So I think some of you who actually never heard about the GBP, I will give a very short introduction of who is a GBP and why actually today the project is related to GBP. And in the market, fitness market in Malaysia, not only Malaysia or Singapore or Thailand or Southeast Asia, actually in the worldwide, the fitness industry is actually one of the fastest growing industry. You see that despite the coronavirus pandemic crisis, you see that Nike actually even doing very well in their online business. And lots of people see this as one of evergreen business is because the young people previously they go to the pub, they go to have a jogging outside, but you see that more and more people now goes to the gym. Like some of the people who actually work in the office, they start work at 8 o'clock, but they actually go to gym at 6 o'clock in the morning. Then 7:30 they come out, have some milkshake as a breakfast. Then they go and straight away they start their work. So this is a trend that happening everywhere in Malaysia, in Singapore, in US, in UK, and lots of other countries. So about the company itself, the company GBP, just want to mention that is one of a company established, founded by the industrial veteran is Mr. Khalid Data in Singapore. Their corporate international corporate HQ is in Singapore. They have a design office in the UK and in the US. They have product R&D in the UK and Singapore. They also have the sourcing and production in Vietnam, in China, and in Indonesia. So they are international company. And the business, the brand they are the partner with is the Beachbody. The brand itself is one of the largest fitness brand in the US. They already have more than 23 million of the customers worldwide. And with their gross sales in 2015 alone is already over 1 billion. It's a $1 billion company. And they have 1.4 million of on-demand subscribers for their Beachbody program, which is a fitness coaching program. I know that you can't see the screen because normally webinar, you can't see those details things. That's why I read it out for you. And 22,000 of webinar UK certified instructors live. So this is how big is a brand. So when they enter in the sports apparel market, we think that that is a very high potential that we can capture the market easily, because all these people are the targeted group. They are right now using some other brand like the Adidas brand or Nike brand. So this brand, when they come out with their own product, so those subscribers or their supporters will switch their brand and use this Beachbody sports apparel immediately. So there's a few strategy. Of course, the main thing is they are actually targeting the 25 to 35 men's and women age. The age of the age group they are targeting is 25 and 35. All right. And who is the Mr. Khalid Data who founded the GBP? Mr. Khalid Data is a founder and now the CEO of this company. He is the apparel branding expert. A lot of huge company, MNC, and even the government actually invited him to actually give the branding advice for the corporate level and even the national level. And he has the strong marketing network. So that's why it makes him become easy for them to actually create another brand, because they already have the network ready for him. And he is a vision driven. He is very sensitive with what's happening in the market. I think a lot of you, the members who actually see him before, because we just bring him last month to one of our webinar. He actually told us a lot of information about the market post COVID-19. He gave a lot of information about that. He's also the president of Brooks. He bring the company from 0 to 750 million worth of a company. He actually bring up the name of Skechers. I think most of you know Skechers. Most of you knows the Hush Puppy and Diesel, Nautica, all these brands. So he is very caliber in bringing the brands itself. Okay, of course, today this is not the topic. The topic we are going to touch on is a GTA. which later we'll have our founders of MCM, Professor Max, will actually share with you about the project GTA. And before we start, there is a house note, which later, if let's say you have any question during the sharing, or maybe after the sharing, you can feel free to go to the chat box at the bottom there. You just type and send anytime. You use anything across your mind, you just type it before you forget. So our admin will actually compile all these questions. All right, so before we start, we'll watch a video of a BIS portal, and then we'll invite Professor Max to share with us about the GTA. Right. Yes, this is the BIS portal, which is when you see the video, it states that it is the omni-channel actually driven by the expert in this industry, Mr. Dan. And are you ready?
Yes, ready.
I'll pass over to you.
Okay, right. You have to stop share. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I stopped share already.
All right. So basically, right, a lot of people are asking us, is it a good time to invest? I'll say this is the better time to invest because it's an opportunity of 100 years. There's so many things that happen at one shot. All right. Of course, those people are not prepared. They will be suffered. But those people who are prepared for this opportunity, right, they see a huge opportunities because in the midst of every crisis lies a great opportunity. The greater crisis, the better opportunity it is, right? And then, of course, when we start to invest, right, what are the industry to invest? We have to follow the trend. We have to follow something that is already proven times and times of all these crises happen, especially the fundamental of agriculture, the e-commerce, ICTs, the healthcare. Like just now, I think Roy also have shared. During this crisis, surprisingly, even for Nike, right, their retail business affected by 80% drop. But the overall business only dropped by 40%, which means that their e-commerce segment increased so tremendously that it supported the 80% drop in the retail shops. So can you imagine even a conventional brand like Nike, they're also focusing on the e-commerce, right? Because it's reached out to people at this lockdown period. And then, of course, a lot of businesses also try to go to digital and go to all these things, right? So basically, this portal is one of our project also. Basically, we are e-commerce enabler, right? We enable the SMEs, right? The micro and all that. Basically, it's a platform for omni-channel. So all these social medias, you know, O2O, OMO, whatever, O, right? So basically, we are enabler, right? We don't compete with people because we see there's a huge opportunity between the market, the supplier, the consumer, even the manufacturer, right? A lot of time people heard B2B or B2C, but actually there's an integrated system that link B to B to C, right? And of course, come to the C part, right? A lot of people, a lot of SME, they really don't know how to do it because especially the last mile delivery, the payment gateway and all that. So basically for Commerce 4.0, the system architect is designed such that all these are integrated into one platform that will enable all these businesses. Of course, not all businesses that we will look into that, right? But basically the one that you saw just now, the business that have a huge opportunity, right? because it's also integrate all the consumer database. For many of our GIC members, right, you know that our consumer database are not just those people who afford to spend $10 or $100. These are the investors who able to invest tens or hundreds or millions of dollars, right? These are the niche market that we are servicing. And then, of course, the real-time consumer engagement is very important, right? From the apps, basically our consumer, right, or our investors' friends, the relative, basically they can just buy online, right, and then pick up at the store or deliver to their doorstep, right? And then, of course, the killers, this is a lot of people, especially at this time, the social distancing, but we say that economy or friendship, you shouldn't distance as well. So do business as well, right? And then, of course, the go cashless. The lesser people touch the physical cash coins, I think it also become an advantage for us. We integrate all the payment gateway. Basically, if you know about Yen, right, one of the provider for Uber and Grab. And then, of course, the integrated supply chain. So just now you saw that there's a GBP. So how we bring this on board to our BizPortal system, basically, we are not just doing for fashion. We have done for hotel. Unici is our partner. We have done a big brand F&B, right? And also our own boba cha, right? So basically, we are in the loop. And then, of course, for BizPortal, right, people are asking me, what are the synergy? There's one book that I read that stated very clearly how Coca-Cola become a billion-dollar business is because of one idea: bottle it. Bottle your Coca-Cola so that you can sell through every corner of the world. Same to BizPortal, same to GBP. When you integrate two of it, very conventional healthcare and also the apparel, plus an e-commerce enabler. So can you see the synergy or not, right? So basically for our members, especially, we appreciate all our investors who invested into GBP, right? You'll be automatically upgrade to VIP Black status, which means that you save $10,000 just to become our VIP Black status. You enjoy all the highest tier. So when it comes to all this apparel and footwear, basically you can download our apps, right? BizPortal. You can see all these things, how many are available, what are the sizes, then you order. So every week we do the ordering and we send the order to Singapore. Then they will bulk shipment to us. Then we will do a centralized delivery here, right? The last mile delivery. So we hope that when you see this opportunity, e-commerce enabler, BizPortal, plus a fashion apparel, all right, GBP with the brands and the beach body, I think it's very easy for us to share with our friends and family and colleagues. Especially it's a new brand with such a good quality, right? Once the border is open, once we get all our samples and all that, you can come to our office, all right? You can physically touch and whatever. Then you will see the quality, right? With a much reasonable price, especially at this time for consumer. A lot of people are looking for something that is very unique and affordable, right? So basically, we are engineer the high-tech part into this fitness apparel, right? And then a lot of people asking, okay, how are able to benefit from this integration, right? If you know that we have our own ecosystems, that we have so many projects that we park under some of our projects into BizPortal, we have a GIC, a platform with more than 5,000 members, right? And then also the e-learning. So basically, a lot of our members, right, they don't even have a basic financial literacy. So here we provide an opportunity for them to learn what is financial literacy, especially when you know that there are 300,000 bankruptcy every year. It's like we got 30 million, 1% of people are bankrupt every day, right? And then of course, when you look at this, how we're able to bring this forward, all right? We have the best sport apparel, we have the best enabler. So we need more brand affiliate to go out and share with our friends and relatives.
Session today, and